not conveying this correctly. My sister has always been really nice to me. I have nothing against her. Like, even her stabbing me in the back, that's only because I was basically trying to force her to pass a test that she was never going to pass. Because the thing is, like, just telling her this information, like, oh yeah, it really looks like our mom's gonna kill our dad. There's no way she's gonna, like, do anything to stop that, but that's her test. So here I am, trying to force the issue. And that created a rift between us. Because the thing is, like I said, I'm not like the most professional god. And I didn't even know I was God back then. But I mean, I am God, so I knew that later, if I hadn't made an effort, that would create further objection and obstruct my lording further. So I had to make sure, if you're at all smart, you'll figure it out. I don't really feel like going through all the temporal tenses. It just seems tedious and exhausting. Right? If someone's always nice to you and you love them and you accept them for their flaws, you don't want them to face, like, horrible, torturous judgment. And the thing is, like, this is the thing, Christians are like, face God's judgment and then get sent to hell. No, the judgment is the hell. The judgment is the punishment. To be a disappointment in God's eyes and to feel that with the intensity of a trillion galaxies, it hurts in the very depths of your soul. Because the judgment is the thing you want to avoid. It's powerful God emotions. I know that doesn't sound very threatening, but hey man, I mean, the system works how it does. It's not my fault you people lack imagination. Wait a second, Lord, isn't it? You got me. Actually, you know what? I may as well express the thought coherently. Here I am, God Almighty Himself, trying to merge with a human form of myself, and I knew that if I didn't have extra nepotism in the attempt to get my sister to pass her simple fucking test, then it would just create a divide within me that couldn't be breached. But I remember how I just, I'm not that take charge on stuff, but it's like, oh, well, my mom's gonna kill my dad. Better take charge on this. But we gotta get my sister, the responsible one, to be the voice of the responsible one in this situation because I understand the basic dynamics of the family. But the real reason I was so goddamn motivated is so later I wouldn't hold it against myself. Because it's like, what's the point of being God if you can't have some nepotism? God damn it, it's fucking cold down here. Give me a second to put on a shirt. But anyway, the nepotism really and truly is for the sake of the human component's sentimental trival, because the fact of the matter is, you can't make people pass the tests. You can't, like, encourage them and have it, like, work in a meaningful way. Like people either have it in them or they don't. And no amount of anything from anyone can make one of these sin representatives more inclined or less inclined to pass the test. You can fucking, like, try to ride their ass all every inch of the way to just do a simple fucking thing, but if they're not going to do it, they're not going to do it. And I know I'm basically saying this basically to myself. I said basically twice. I'm still so cold. I think I put on this shirt a little too late. You can see the shaky cam. I'm not doing it for dramatic effect. I'm shivering. Maybe some Delta 8 will help. So essentially what we're down to is the point where the human part of me is just like, well, all right. I mean, why not just give her a few more weeks, a few more months, a few more years? What does it really matter? Why not give more time? I mean, even if she's definitely not gonna pass, like, at least she can, like, you know, enjoy her remaining existence, right? And it's kind of hard to argue with, except when you're God and you do have a pretty precise schedule. You're like, listen, you gotta let this go, but I plan for this. You'll do so precisely along the correct timetable. But do focus on letting it go, son. Because the thing is, as I work on my equation, it's all converging upon the same thing. So the letting go of the last thing will happen just as I complete the last reverse operation that balances the equation, blah, blah, blah. It'll all happen at the same time. Sun will go out, etc. and so forth. It's all tedious to discuss, and we're just waiting for it to goddamn happen already. Anyway, you have a nice night.